Alright. I have friendship grinding to do. I took a bit of a nap. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna throw on a video.
Like this, see?
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. And yes.
They made her nose fatter. They gave her a fatter nose.
And
Make her
we're gonna get it
uglier.
done.
Isn't that sad?
She is.
So
That
what
is
it did
kind of
was
the whole
5
point.
minutes and then
Even
another
her
5.
day photos, if you want to be super fair, when you put them next to the in-game model, there is a noticeable gap, and that gap is not on accident. Despite what we have been told, it is not a tech limit, it is not just the lighting. You can see it the second you put the two side by side. It's the same issue we've talked about on this channel.
It's crazy how everybody in Japan and Korea are able to 1-for-1 girls, but some reason we're not able to do this in America. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's a mystery.
100 times already. The one that only ever happens in the West. Fable, Star Wars
Yeah.
Outlaws, Mary Jane in
Jesus
Spider-Man
Christ.
2, the new Jean Grey in Wolverine. Actually, most characters in that game. A beautiful actress or just a strong original design gets run through whatever the opposite of a beauty filter is, and we get handed the result while everyone else insists it looks no different.
Yeah, they get run through a menopause filter. That's what happens. Is you have them they age the characters up to make them like 41.
Or it looks fine,
That's
or
what
it
it
is
is.
just the technology. And to be clear, she's
No,
not
it
hot
is.
enough.
It's a bit-
Is
not
not my
wrong.
whole argument here. I am not saying every female character needs to look like a supermodel, but when it is this clearly intentional that she has been altered,
Yeah.
that decision tells me you are either embarrassed or threatened, or you've got some other agenda. And
Well, it's actually really simple, right? I mean, like, who wants to look at a character that's not visually appealing? Do actual players want that? I don't think that players want that. Like, Kratos probably isn't attractive to women. Like, I mean, some women I'm sure think he's like a really hot guy, super attractive. There's plenty of guys that look like Kratos in real life that have plenty of girlfriends, right? But I think that really it's like it's a male fantasy, right? I mean, the way Kratos looks is definitely like more of a male fantasy. And I think that that's fine, but you have to look at what is a female fantasy. Laufey is neither. It's not a male fantasy or a female fantasy. It's just nothing. And so, like, whenever a game does something that intentionally doesn't appeal to an audience, I think that you should expect that that game is going to be bad. And the reason why you should expect it to be bad is because you're starting off on the wrong foot. You're starting off from a position of, I'm not going to give the audience what I know they want, and we're going to do something that's different that nobody is interested in. And nobody asked for this type of content. Nobody asked for this type of media. So whenever you do that, you start off from a position that like the creator and the user have two different visions for what the game is supposed to be.
you're indirectly saying that you do not think this character can be equally compelling
fix
and
the
beautiful
game?
at the same time.
You
Like,
don't. You just
those two
release it.
things cannot possibly live in the same person. This is nothing new. Caring how a character looks is not some gross gamer thing. Everybody does this.
I
Movie
even
ga-
saw some weird dude complaining about the way that her feet looked in the game. They didn't even like the way her feet looked. You know, like, one of those guys, right? It wasn't
fans,
Nick.
show fans, romantasy readers will go to war over the casting of their
Yeah.
boyfriend. The
I
whole
never
reason
thought of
I
that.
initially
No, it
got into
wasn't. It
Baldur's Gate
wasn't.
3 was because of countless girls posting videos of the pretty makeup and clothes that they were styling their tabs with. Pretending looks
Yeah, I
so
didn't know this was so popular. I had a girl show me this, and like apparently the Baldur's Gate 3 glamour of like just making really hot characters is actually like was, I don't know if probably still isn't as much, right? But when the game came out, it was like just super popular. Like people were talking about it like crazy.
matter, or that it
Girls
is
loved
somehow only a thing guys care about is just dishonest, and it kills the conversation before it can even start. And with Faye, there has even been a clear change from her design in the previous games. Well, she's supposed to look realistic, or she's dead. It's a fantasy game.
Yeah.
There's mythological beings all around. One of your companions is a quippy jelly cube. They have just put her in this safe, generic fantasy look that is completely forgettable next to Kratos. And it's not only her, it is the whole creative direction between the quippy, inanimate companions, lack of Kratos, lack of Norse-specific mythology. Just this morning, I saw a tweet from Santa Monica sharing more info about the enchanted pink set of talking ribbons named Rue that will accompany Faye on her journey, which is exactly the tweet that I would come back to for inspo if I were creating my next Barbie fantasy game. Legitimately, if I did not know—
Why would anybody want to talk to a bunch of purple fucking ribbons? I told y'all it's the purple. Ironically, it's her background, that color. The moment that you see DEI purple, it's over. It's over. Like, there are exceptions, but for the most part, you're looking at a really, really bad time. The DEI purple.
Faye was an existing character, I would not know that this was supposed to be a
Also,
god of—
like, and here's the other fucking thing, is that, like, okay, so she's dead. All right, great. Now, why doesn't she have on a bunch of goth makeup and she looks hot as fuck? Really? Like, that's not fair. Look how many vampire chicks are hot as fuck. Like, that's like half of the content. So I don't even get it.
war game. Which, even if you take the title off of the cover art,
dumb.
it still doesn't look like
Gonna
a
have a
god
look at
game.
some of the,
But again, if that is not your
Pokemon
cup
I
of tea,
have.
it is still a female lead, so
Exactly.
you just need to accept it.
Friendship
or you might
132
just
at the
take it.
moment.
Now, flip over to Evie. A studio hands you a new female lead, and despite some people missing Eve, including me, the overwhelmingly majority of the audience likes this
Neutral
game
Nature
was
24.
immediately
This is
excited.
on
And
the.
for the record, I do think Evie is super cute. It is clear that they were going for an Alita type aesthetic, and as a 5'2" NPC myself, I am excited that we are
5'2"?
finally getting a short queen in
Jesus.
the lead role. But
Ouch.
the same crowd that was just demanding you accept Faye as your new female lead once again goes, no, not that one. It is just a Gooner game. And then the real controversy, a whole wave of people calling Evie a literal child.
Yeah.
And worse. Now, I have seen attacks coming from all sides. The
It's
internet—
crazy how personal people got about this, right? Like, I thought the
So I
first
still got a little bit to
frame was
go.
kind of weird.
Its
But, like,
attack is
pretty
decent. It's got
obvious that, like,
24
the
attack
other
IV,
frames, I mean, she just looks
5
like an
HP
18-year-old
IV,
girl,
3
like
defense,
19-year-old
25
girl.
special
Like,
attack,
this one, I still think
13
like, this
special
is
defense,
like a kid,
0
right?
speed.
It's kind of weird, but otherwise, it's pretty much fine, right? I don't care. I don't
24
think most
attack, I
people
think,
care. It's a
matters the
single frame,
most.
bro. Yeah, of course, right?
is up in arms. Journalists have already been writing articles about it, and while I do think at this point the discourse
see,
has
that's
gotten
interesting,
a
can
bit
have
out of
flying.
hand, to try and be as fair
This is a
as
really
possible,
good love
I will
this.
admit that
Didn't
the
have
very
flying,
first shot I saw
20
of her
speed,
face,
26
I thought
special
she looked a little
defense,
bit
24
younger,
special
but
attack,
Yeah. It's
1
not crazy
defense,
to
17
say.
attack, 15
looking younger
HP.
and a
It is
child
not a
are
great
two
nature,
completely
it's
different
brave.
things. A
No, that's not
20-year-old is
brave.
going to
That's
look younger
adamant.
than a
And
30-year-old.
I will also say that I don't really think that the voice actress matched
Which
the
is not as
character.
good, but
I
I'll
don't.
still take
Like,
it.
it just it didn't match to me. But like that's something different.
plus
like,
speed
it
spinner
just
act?
felt like this very like kind of like oh what the fuck, right?
With 27 speed
Or
IV,
Yeah, it
even
just
a
didn't.
25-year-old.
that's pretty
The
good.
creator also stated that they wanted Evie to be shorter and a little
22
younger than
speed,
Eve, which
21
doesn't seem
special
the case.
attack,
And even
4
if you want to
attack is
cherry
not
pick
great,
that one
1
shot of her,
HP, 29
after watching the
defense.
rest of the trailer, it is completely obvious she is an adult East Asian
We want
woman.
to see defense
full character.
here.
Exactly. I mean that's fine.
The
While
IVs
has
are
even
good
leaked at
in
this point,
23
further
defense,
proving
25
that we actually
attack,
even got our first
19
Evie cosplay,
HP.
and she looks great.
Special
It
attack,
is
special
just
defense speed,
so strange
13,
to
14,
me because
11.
petite features
Plus
on an
speed,
adult
minus
woman
defense.
do not make her a child or childlike. A younger looking face on
The
an adult
hop hip
woman
is
does not make
minus
her a child
speed,
or
which
childlike.
is not
The reason why
good.
this happens, like, I mean, again, like, I'm not really, like, you guys know that I'm like 90 times at the beginning. Like, me saying the
The
first
plus
frame
attack
she looked like a
is
kid,
also not really
like, I
relevant.
don't really care about that. Like, yeah,
21
there's gonna be weird
special
frames
attack
for
IV, I
games all
think
the
it
time.
matters
Who
the
cares?
most here.
Like, overall, the character looks fucking fine. And so, this is the issue, is that, and I
15
think this is what's
special
happening,
attack plus
is
special
that
attack
there's a lot
nature.
of
It's
older
not the
women in
worst
these
thing in the world.
studios that are insecure about their age,
And I had
and so
something in
they
the
want to
box, so
psyop
not to.
everybody else into being
14
attracted
special
to
attack.
and creating heroines out of basically middle-aged and menopausal women.
22
And so what happens is that you have
physical plus
really
attack
hot
nature. It's
icon characters, like for example
it's not
Jean
bold.
Grey. And
That
Jean Grey is
is
replaced with just being your average
lonely.
45 to 50-year-old, suburban mom. And you see this a lot where they're aging up all these characters that are female in order to avoid the idea
Anyway, let's keep
of
the
it being
friendship
a
going.
young, attractive
Still got a
female
bit of a
character.
ways to go.
And I think that once you see this, you'll see it represented all the time in Western games media, where you no longer have these like young, attractive characters. You have, and to the extent that the characters are attractive, it is another heteronormative subversion of the character being a lot older, like that Lady Demistru in fucking Resident Evil Village, which, by the way, please, bro, like, I mean, that she's so hot. She's ridiculously hot. But she also is like a lot older, right? And like she's hot because she's really massive with huge tits. That's the reason why I like her. It's not because she's older. But like that's the reason. So you'll see this a lot once you think about it, is that like you have Grace is hot. Well, yeah, but she's also from Japan. And so that's the difference. And so the point that I'm making about this is that you have a deliberate and intentional, like group of people that are trying to subvert heteronormative sexuality of men being attractive to young, attractive women. And so what they try to do instead of that is they try to replace those young, attractive women with older, less attractive women that are wearing less makeup. And I don't think that anybody wants to look like that, including those women. That's why those women are wearing makeup. And so that's what I think has happened, is that it's mainly about aging the characters up. And I think the problem with that is the added accusations of like people being pedos. Like, I think it's pretty easy to say that somebody that like sexualized lollies and like, the character looks like they're 9, like, okay, this guy's a weirdo, right? But like being attracted to, for example, like a 19-year-old girl with a petite body, that's not being a pedophile. And by saying that it is, or by saying that it's even on that spectrum, you're so massively nerfing and devaluing that term that you're hurting the people that are legitimate victims of this behavior. So instead of actually talking about and having a real conversation about like, what is actually an adult and what isn't, these people are just trying to spam ultimates, right? They're spamming ults of Nazi, racist, fucking pedophile, whatever you want to call it. They're saying all of these really, really bad terms. And I think that nobody's paying attention to it anymore, too. It's offensive to adults that have body types like that. Yeah, and there are women that do have body types like that. But as I said before, there's nobody who hates attractive women more than older, less attractive women. Those are the ones. Look at Snow White, right? I mean, what happened with Snow White? Who was the main antagonist in Snow White? An older, less attractive woman. That's literally it. So, this is like, and this is a core story. This is what they do. Hags hate hot girls. They do. They make them ugly to feel better about themselves. Yes, exactly. And you also have an element of this that is racist, where, I would say like in general, like I would say Asian girls generally can look younger, especially like, to people that aren't really used to like looking at a lot of different types of people. They'll say like, oh, this girl looks a lot younger because they don't have the same facial features that like white people do, let's say, or like Hispanic people do in some cases, but mainly white. And so there's this weird thing where almost depictions of adult Asian females are demonized because of some sort of tangent to pedophilia, which I think is just really awful to say about any group of people. It's a terrible thing to say. It's genetics. Well, it's also taking care of yourself. This is another thing. Like, I know plenty of chicks that are like 30 years old and they're still really hot. Like, I'm honestly, like, some of them even had kids. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, like, what did you like sacrifice one of your kids to like, for like, you? It's impressive. Like, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. 30's nothing. Well, the thing is that like for a lot of the girls like that I grew up with, like now they're fat and ugly. They're fat, ugly, and old. And so like, it really depends on who it is. That's it. Bro, 30 is not old? Yeah, tell that to the girls in my high school. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Bunch of fucking hogs. So anyway, yeah, that's really what it is. It's because they're American? I guess so. But that's my point, right?
Pull up any K-pop group or K-drama and you'll see this constantly. This is Lisa in her early 20s, one of the biggest pop stars on the planet. Same for so many Korean stars in their early 20s, and weirdly, we never saw this discourse over someone like Lily in the first game or Rebecca Chambers in Resident Evil, both petite young adult women. But the part that does kind of give all of this away though is that Many of these same people tried this exact type of thing with the first Stellar Blade. They came after Eve as hard
Exactly. And the thing is that, like, if it wasn't for that first frame in the second Stellar Blade trailer, I don't think we'd even be having this conversation. And the only people that would be talking about it would be like fat, retarded losers on Twitter, right? Like, other than that, nobody be talking about it. I'd say like 90% of the controversy was just off of that one frame. And if it wasn't for that, you would have had nobody talking about it. And yeah, Stellar Blade and the male gaze, attractive to who? How can you say something? Oh, it's written by a woman. Okay.
they possibly could. Male gaze, offensive, unrealistic.
men,
I've even seen
to
receipts
me.
now of the time when people claimed Eve herself had a childlike face. The
Yeah.
whole thing did not land. The game was a hit. Fans loved it. Of course, in the second game, fresh off of all of the Laufey discourse, with everybody already worked up about women in games, they were always going to come and swing even harder.
I'm
And
gonna be honest though, like there's a lot of people that say they like Stellar Blade, they didn't even finish it. There was this one girl that was like she cosplayed Eve, and so I asked her, I was like, "Are you excited for the new game?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm super
That's exactly
excited."
220.
And I'm like, "Did you play the
Good
first
shit.
game? You cosplayed you cosplayed the main character, right?" No. Are you kidding me? WLARP, like, yeah. What do you mean you didn't even play it?
this time, the swing has shifted to the worst thing that they could think of.
It's crazy.
She's literally a child. But like I said, it is not just Evie. Eve was also problematic. To be was unrealistic.
Yeah.
There was a time Bayonetta was not accepted.
Uh-huh.
The new Lara Croft needed dragging for wearing makeup. A
Nice
fully
punch. I
clothed,
didn't know
high
that
collar
before.
character like Amelie from Knight's Path was just called unrealistic and tradwife porn. And that unrealistic.
Trad wife porn? You mean like wanting to get? You mean wanting to marry an adult woman? Bro, what a freak, bro! Lock him up. What?
Claim gets me every single time because
is wrong with
where
you?
was this realism crowd for something like Baldur's Gate 3, a game that I love, game of the year, but
Yeah.
also a game where if you wanted to,
Where was
you
I
could
up
take
to,
Shadowheart, Bazel, and Karlach into battle completely booty naked with no mods required. Why didn't they show up for 1348 Ex Voto with a female lead in a full practical suit of medieval armor?
That game
Because it was never
awful.
about realism. It is about which women in which games are allowed to be
This would
attractive.
tell
And
me.
underneath that, it has never really been about female leads at all. It has always been, no, not that one. The second a female character threatens the narrative or the developers, she is shoved out the door, insults flying, a pawn
I've been
that
on
gets
one of
moved off
four,
the
so
board
I'm
the
up
moment that she's
to-
Adult woman
inconvenient, but
fetish? Yeah.
finally, moving away from character design, we do have to address the other elephant with God of War, the repeat pattern of male-led
The
franchises
Billy
being handed
China.
to female leads.
Well, I
Now,
guess
I don't know.
Icepunk's going to be pretty
God of
good
War
then.
Laufey could end up being a great game that fans unite together on and end up loving. I don't know the future, but
Let's go to
even if that does happen, it is obvious that Santa Monica is making a
I should
lot of
not
creative
bring
decisions with this
one of
game
these
that at the very
things
least
this week to
are
find.
sparking a lot of backlash from their fan base.
So then
A
just
lot of people
do
don't like
myself
it.
at the
I mean, like,
service.
you definitely made a decision that most people, it seems like, are like, actually, I'd say like, I think this game's going to be successful, but I think it's going to be kind of like Ghosts of Yotai, where like the game was successful, but it would have been more successful if they didn't have the noise and the drama that made people hostile towards the game in the first place. Like, it's basically like you could have had a 9, but you had a 7. A 7's great, but a 9 would be better.
The quippy blue cube, sparkly talking
The 1
ribbons, and
billion copies
quirky
minus
millennial
1.
dialogue
Yeah.
to playing as Faye herself. At the heart of it, you've still got a beloved male-led franchise that is doing great and has been around for the last 20 years. The studio then decides it wants to tell a woman's story, which is completely fine, but instead of building her a brand new world, they hand her an existing one and move the original lead into the passenger seat or the trunk. And I think that if this was just a one-off into
What
her
game
a
is this
brand
they're talking
it wants
about?
to tell a woman's story, which is completely fine, but instead of building her a brand new world, they hand her an existing one and move the original lead into the passenger seat or the trunk. And I think that if this was just a one-off thing, not a consistent pattern, people might not be so vocal about it. I don't know.
I
It's
don't
hard
think people would care if, like, the problem is that the pattern, what's happened is that you've had a lot of male-dominated franchises replaced with female characters, and the majority of the game quality has decreased. And I think that's mainly
think
the
I can
issue.
go
I
to
think World of
9,
Warcraft,
just to make
like
this
on
a
a
bit
meta level, is a
safer.
great example of that. Like the fixation, like the majority of the
I don't wanna
characters
get
in the game now are just women, right? It's
screwed
just
like I
random
did last
women
time. It was on
talking
the
about
next
their
trainer when I get
feelings,
screwed,
and
but
if it's not, it's
I'm
a
just
guy
gonna give
wearing
myself the
makeup.
extra level.
Like
just to be
I
sure.
think that's really like and like look at Star Wars, for example. That's another great example. Like I think that overall the same thing is manifesting over and over and over. It's happening all the time.
To say because the tone is pretty different too with this one, but Sony Studios just can't stop doing this. Naughty Dog killed Joel
same.
and handed you Ellie, and then made you play as Abby for half of the game. Uncharted spun off without Nathan Drake at all, just Chloe and Nadine. Ghost of Tsushima does huge numbers, and the follow-up, Yote, is not Jin's story anymore, it is Atsu's. And not Sony, but same thing with Geralt finishing his story in Witcher 3, and now Witcher 4 belongs to Ciri. Now, to be clear, I love Chloe, I love Ellie, I love Ciri.
I think Ciri is the one that makes the most sense, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
that,
I think that
like, I
for
don't think
fans
you
of the
should
series, most people are okay
just
with
keep
Ciri.
running your character into the ground.
I don't know about most. It's really hard to say
because
most,
you never want to
but I think
develop your
many
story
fans
past
are
them.
okay with Ciri.
I think it's completely fine to do that.
I don't think playing as them is a bad thing, but it is about what they keep being used to
And
do
I am a
and
Last of Us
any type
2
of
defender,
discourse
like,
that follows. Replacing
Joel
or
had his
sidelining a
game, there
beloved
was his
protagonist,
journey.
any protagonist, a man or woman, will inevitably
set
get
up that way?
pushback.
No, I played Witcher 3. I know. I know. My point is that I think that Ciri, like in a world where you didn't have media being used to push an agenda, I think that you would have had a universal excitement around Ciri being the next main character. I think you would have had that. And I think the reason why you don't have that is because of how many other games there are that I think kind of poisoned the well. So, like, if it was just this, if it was like the year 2010 and that game got announced, everybody would be like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I'm so excited. But what's happened is that you've had so many other instances of this happening, and then the quality of the product went down, or it turned into some sort of messaging device, and people lost interest in it. And I think that's the reason why they were upset about it.
That is very normal. We just talked about it with Evie replacing Eve, and it even happened with something
that's
as
just
beloved
people
as Red
stop
Dead 2. But
not
the second it's a
looking
woman
at games
stepping into a
on their
man's
merit
role, the conversation
and
just
just
ends
making
because
assumptions
suddenly
based
you're not
on
allowed to ask whether it was
The
a
shit show, the
creative
Netflix
call,
series
whether
too
it still
made it worse.
appeals to
Before
the
the
target
game is
audience,
come out.
whether
That's
it's
not on the
something that
game,
fans
that's on
can
the
rally
playlist.
behind, because now you hate women. And this is not specific to gaming. The same move has played out across Marvel, across Star Wars,
Yep.
the whole the Force is female thing.
Like
Soul has
having
been-
Thor be a woman, that shit was so retarded. And they wasted such a good Gore the God Butcher was so cool, right? I mean, Christian Bale played such a good role in that, but they just had all the silliness and stupidity in that movie. It was garbage. Like, that movie should have been
That
insanely
movie
fucking
wasn't
good.
great. Jane
It
Foster
should have
was
been,
the
I think,
problem.
better than Ragnarok. It was dumb.
Jane wasn't
She-Hulk?
being
yeah,
Thor.
She-Hulk. Like, what the fuck?
Thor was in that film.
being more inclusive, but it tends to land as taking something that people, mostly men, love, deciding it's problematic, and then fixing it
So Thor
for
4?
the modern
Thor, Love and
audience.
Thunder, I
And
think that's what they
that
call
tells
it.
me it is not
I don't think they
actually
should have
about
had
telling
Jane
women's stories
being
at
a
all. I think
hero.
if that were the case, we would probably see a lot more brand new stories and characters standing
I
on
think
their
Jane
own.
should
It
have
is
been a
more
lot more
about
what's
coming
really
conflicted
funny
about
is
whether or
that
not to
Stellar
even
Blade's a
use
great
the
example
power.
of that. Stellar Blade was a
Because it's
completely
putting their
new
own life at
IP
risk.
with a female
But, like, maybe
lead
they just
that
happened to
all
be
these same
in
people
Asgard at
complained
the
about
time
because
when
you
the
didn't
attack
do it
happened.
in the way that they wanted.
And then, like,
That's
they
what's sad.
sort of moved on instinct to help
down
people
on masculinity
instead of
and
just
breaking existing toys, because it
um,
really only
and then
ever
they started
runs in
using
one
the power
direction.
that way.
When is the
And
last
then they
time
kind
you
of get
saw
caught up
anyone
in
ever
conflict.
take an established and very well
I
known
don't think they
female
should have
lead
been, like,
and swap her out for a
I
man?
don't know.
The next Horizon game is
The best you can
Like, it
use is
seemed
Control.
all of
I
that
think the
journey that
first,
they probably
the
did go
first
through just
Control
happened
game
off screen before the
was
movie
a,
started.
was
Would've
a,
been
was
more
a female
interesting
and
to
this
show
one's a
it.
male. But there was only one previous game, right? And so, like, there's not a pattern at that point.
is not going to be led by Aaron. Lara Croft's next adventure is not going to sideline her for Winston the Butler. The Alien franchise is not going to cast a man as the lead role for their next movie. Which, again, like I said, is kind of where the Stellar Blade sequel shows us another angle. Shift Up has seemingly benched Eve for a brand new lead. And while I am going to really miss her, this is completely different from the God of War situation. Evie still fits the world extremely well and is someone that the existing audience would want to play as. Despite their differences, you cannot tell me that she does not fit the existing Stellar Blade expectations. I mean, come on, they are clearly still building this game for their target audience, and they even split from Sony to do it on their own terms. And that's the part that kind of made this whole week a little funny to me. After all of the discourse started with God of War, I knew that if I was just a little patient, this argument would settle itself in record time. Enter Summer Game Fest and all of the other titles featured across Xbox and PlayStation, where it fell apart pretty quickly, and we saw such a celebration for women in games across the board. Resident Evil Veronica, Final Fantasy VII Revelation, and Street Fighter VI, 1666 Amsterdam, Gundam
I
Rogue.
watched a little bit of that game. It didn't really look that good. Like the 1666 Amsterdam game should be a really good game. Like it has everything, like in terms of a narrative, it has everything to be an S tier game. I don't think that, like, based off of what I watched of the demo, it's going to be a flop. I'll probably play it on release, the same as I try to play everything on release, but like, I think it's going to be a flopperooski.
Orbit, Alien Isolation 2, Ace Combat
sucks.
8,
Yeah, I heard about it.
Castlevania, Belmont's Curse, Beast of Reincarnation. I'm sure there's more that I missed, but plenty of games with upcoming female leads or prominent female characters that fans are super excited for. I don't think anyone is mad that Faye exists, and I'm sure a lot of people probably like her as a character, but even if you think the game will be good, taking a beloved male protagonist and his own series and giving him the same treatment that we continue to see happen, while also totally changing the game, and then not understanding how there could be pushback, is why we will continue to see this discourse happen. Players are tired of pointing at something with their own two eyes and being told that it is not happening. While gaming in general has always skewed male, God of War in particular has always leaned hard in that direction, and that is not to say that women do not enjoy the series as well, but...
I mean, God of War had a QuickTime event where you fucked a bunch of girls in a brothel. Like, I mean, yeah, that's a guy game. It was definitely a guy game. Let's be real.
It is not hard to understand that many fans would, of course, rather play as Kratos in a God of War game than his dead wife. It's kind of like a bully on the playground who has been smacking you around every day for years, and you've just been taking it because that's how it's gone for as long as you can remember, until one day you catch his hand and you tell him to stop hitting you, and he looks at you like you are the one that has the problem. We are not the bullies for asking the smacking to finally stop. And all of the pushback lately in general, not just Laufey or the ongoing female character debate, but Mixtape, Stop Killing Games, players voting with their wallets, tired of paying more for getting less, voicing what they think. The sheer venom that pushback always gets from journalists, the internet, or just people in the industry is exactly how you know that it's landing. They would not get this rattled if the pushback was not doing something.
That's one thing that I think is really problematic, is that you have a lot of these different movements and things like this where you have almost a concerted effort behind people that are inside of like the established like media insider circles and also the companies that work together in unison to like manufacture a false narrative about, you know, Gooner games or about something else that's not true. I don't know why that's I don't know why that's even happening. Like, and I think that most people like can kind of sense this. Like, there's a sense of like, wow, it seems like all the people that always agree with all of the mainstream things are agreeing with this thing too. Like, it's very weird.
A AAA gaming studio would not be firing back at a pizza company's goofy tweet. And unless these companies can fully support themselves on this modern audience that they are constantly seeking, until they remember what and who they are building for, this will just keep happening over and over again. All right, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. I know this one was a little bit more critical, but I don't want the takeaway to be from this week that I am bitter. There were genuinely so many exciting things announced, and it just reminded me that I love games. I want more than anything for this industry to course correct.
Here's another one I just thought of
I think the best option is obviously not going to be things that are weak to
like that
bounce.
was a, you know, I don't know if do I still have it open? No, I
think
don't.
that if I'm going to use any The
Let me
fire type is
see,
going to be at the start of the fight.
Where is it? Yeah, there
So I
it is.
think we should
Like,
probably
this
go for
game has a
there.
female lead, and I think it was loved. Like, people love this game. They thought it was great. So like
I guess we're
it's
just gonna
not
go
even
for
and
Stomp.
it's not even about the character being attractive. It's a woke game. I don't know. People seem to like it, right? They got very
Well, I
positive
could lead with a
reviews.
charmer.
Improve, and there are so many
I don't
devs
really
and
fast
studios
though,
out there
though.
who are working tirelessly to make this happen,
Uh-huh.
and we have gotten some really great games over the past few years with lots more to come soon. Like I talked about a couple of videos ago, I think ultimately it all
I'm just
comes
gonna
down
see if
to
I can
trust.
1v1 it.
The studios that trust and respect their core audience and build
Maybe
for them
use a berry
are the
on
ones
this
that earn our
fight.
trust back, and the more of them that we get, the faster this whole thing turns around.
I think that's another big thing right there is why people were okay with Siri. Is that I think CD Projekt Red did they did the players right with Witcher 3. They did the players right with the Witcher 3 DLC. They did the players right with fixing Cyberpunk, and they did the players right with the Cyberpunk DLC. So like they've built up enough goodwill that okay, I'm willing to give this a chance, even though this kind of seems like a lot of the things that happen in media and the other times. Maybe this time's going to be different because you guys are different, right? And I think that's the big thing is that like these companies don't realize that like you have to have a certain amount of goodwill built with your brand in order to make decisions that are sometimes risky. It's the same as, for example, everybody bought Sekiro, right? They bought Sekiro even though it wasn't part of the core Souls
aerial ace dive,
and an even better example of that is Armored Core 6. Armored Core 6 was a huge success. Why is that? Because people had the trust built up in From Software that they were going to deliver a good game.
Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, No Light No Fire is another new one too. It is. Like, I'm glad to see this. Like, I hope that they can come up. It's so weird for people to say that, like, oh, you hate female characters, whenever there's, like, dozens of new characters that are coming out here. CD Projekt Red's blocking critics, I did see that. I mean, they are super woke, but, like, the difference is that, like, CD Projekt Red and, like, what their opinions are on Twitter, like, I don't think most people even know about that. They don't know about that. They don't care about that. Like, yeah, they're trying to, like, virtue signal with pride, and it's annoying. Like, yeah, sure, I get it. But, like, nobody's caring and getting mad about that in the same way that they are with this other stuff. And unfortunately, yeah, I like, you know, obviously I've watched Background NPC for a while. She has 250,000 subs. Look at that. Holy shit. And I'll link you guys the video again one more time. Make sure to give a like, give her a sub, right? And it was really, really, really great video. I liked it a lot. And I think
we got past that freaking trainer, which is sometimes
subvert
a bit of a
expectations. Like, there are good subversions of expectations, like, for example, Gandalf coming back in the Two Towers.
And then Clifford
And then
Pichu
there's bad
as you will.
subversions of expectations, like, for example, this. I think that's it. Top comment.
And then we get that pedal that
They never do.
Cleffa,
She makes good
Pichu,
content. Yeah, she does.
I'm part ground, so I kind of wall that.
YouTube Premium.
Yeah, I wall that completely. So let's just beat something else with the Cleffa.
Let's try 1 month on us.
This game is really going crazy, man. It's nuts. Oh my god.
This is like my 5th take. I've really been trying to hold it together, so please bear with me. Palworld has absolutely decimated the games industry. We have a ragtag group of developers and one guy from a gas station that have somehow drugged this game over the finish line, reaching over 800,000 concurrent players on Steam.
Jesus.
These guys have probably
By the
sold,
way, since
left
this
a very
video,
metronome.
it's over 9,000.
So I just need to go
900,000
big
people.
damage.
like, I don't know.
That's
Probably like over
crazy.
30 million
That's
copies
fine.
by now, and you have
Got
these
through
publishers
that.
and studios
Mhm.
that have been spending
yeah.
like $200 or $500 million.
All for
And
nothing.
these guys just absolutely destroyed them.
Just
They completely
infinity money,
decimated them.
and
And
it's
it is
going
absolutely
nowhere.
embarrassing. You got schooled.
Is it?
And the one thing that makes this all the more sweeter is that this game, since its existence, since the minute it entered into the market,
Yep.
this team in this game has had their head held underwater.
They have.
Whether it was journalists that were
People have been
attacking...
trying to misrepresent this game ever since it came out. Whether it's people trying to accuse it of AI, whether it's people trying to like sue them, like Nintendo trying to sue them, or it's fans of Pokemon saying that the game's bad. It's had so many
whether
people
it was
attacking
AAA
it.
developers
It's been
that were
crazy.
attacking it, whether it was Pokemon fans. deranged Pokemon fans. So we make the very
Well, you
clear
don't. That's
distinction
all
there.
of them, but yeah.
Whether it was Nintendo trying to sue them out of existence, we have never
Oh, I
seen
don't
a
need to be,
publisher or a
putting this
studio
video on
or a game that has been
Hold
under
up.
this level of scrutiny.
Wait a minute. Okay. I was a little bit locked in. I didn't even realize we're still playing. Let's get the Hello Woods encounter. Do I have any status? I can use... I've got Nightshade now. That's probably the way. Let's go Nightshade. Let's see what I can get. Fanpy. We can call them... No, I did not mean to click that. Oh well. Ocean. Ah, that's fine. Didn't take any damage, did I? Yeah, we're good. Just a Bug Maniac, Nightshade, Spiderweb, Baton Pass, Mega Drain. Yeah, we can probably just lead off with a Flying type. This has Gust as well, so I can use that. Let me start by using that actually. Gust. Almost a one shot. It's Lady, but I guess it's just faster. That's fine. It used Gust as well. Okay, you got a freaking crit. Can you stop? I'm not staying in. I'm not confused. Veninat. Stuns what's up in it has Mega Drain. We go here. Or if it's stun spore for whatever reason. Oh, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. I don't even know what to say at this point. Why would you not Mega Drain? I dealt very little. There we go. Because I guess if I'm faster, it'll always go for the speed control move until it's faster than me. And then I'll keep attacking. What am I dealing with? Paris. Problem is, he's got Spore. I don't have any Chester berries. Do I have something faster than this? Faster than a level 9 Paris? I just look at its speed stat. It's only going to be 13 speed. That's not that bad. Save. I just need to beat 13 speed. This does, but it's not going to have much to do against it. This is faster, this has Gust, and Gust kills. Alright, that's probably the way then. Let's lead off with Hop Hip. Do I have other options? Not one shot. This would do it with Peck, and it's also faster. Yeah, let's go Natu. Should be fine. Spread the levels out. So we go Natu on that. Or just keep going with Natu until I need to switch. Should be fine. Skip. I'm still just in with the Natu. It's going to Water Pulse. I could kill with Peck, but it would be very lucky. I should just do it anyway. And then Ninkata, level 9. Gonna probably Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace quit would kill me, and I don't kill with Psybeam. Problem is it has Dig. I can bait it into using Dig though. I can go into this. Does the Hop Hip check this? No. Alright, well let's think. What does? And then how can I pivot in to take the least amount of damage? This doesn't have Water Pulse yet, there's the problem. I think the best option is just going to be Meryl. It's got Giga Drain. I can deal a little bit of damage with this. You're gonna have Aerial Ace. What about the normal? It's got Dig. But I'm faster. I can get some damage off before it digs. If I play this correct. So right now it's like this. I want to get it to dig. Or it's just gonna go for a move. It's not gonna dig here. And then I just Ember. It goes for dig. I just switch into something that can tank it and Gust. Yeah, I think I was overcomplicating that. So we're up to the grunt fight. And this is where having the Numel is going to be very good. Because this can lead off against the Magnemite. Let me just make sure my file is up to date. So Numel vs Magnemite. Ember's not going to kill, but Tri-Attack's not going to do much. Do I have anything else super effective? I've got the Fanpy. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I have a quad effective. Yeah, no, I should bring the Fanpy over the... Wow. Are you serious? At level 20, at level 6. It's putting in the Fanpy at level 6 and saying it can one-shot with Mudshot. That's insane. Alright, well, we're starting with the Fanpy then. Like, for sure. Coughing. Presumably with Levitate. Toxic Will-O-Wisp Protect Faith. I could get Will-O-Wisped. Is the problem. Like, this is nice because it can't get toxic. But it can't do any damage back. Because it quad resists both my moves, I'm pretty sure. Well, not quad resist, but it heavily resists them. So I think I'm just gonna need to tank a toxic on something else that can deal some damage. And maybe has a decent HP stat. Probably the Maywell then. Maywell versus Coughing. I can put a Gesto on it. And Water Pulse should do a fair bit. So that's where we're at there. But Houndour, I could maybe Chain Kill on the Houndour, depending, but then I would want it to be fast enough to just one-shot. So maybe I need to do it with Love Disc instead. Dust Skull with Shadow Sneak. I don't have any normal types. I do have a Roast Berry though for the Will-O-Wisp. I just need to hit Duskull on its weakest defensive side, if it has one. It doesn't. It's 90 on each. Do I have... Shadow Sneak's gonna hurt. Just kind of flicking through. Is there any move that really stands out as good outside of Psybeam? Because it got Levitate as well, which makes it complicated. Maybe I go Trico? Seeing if there's any abilities that help me out here. Not really. And then Bagon. I mean, maybe I save Ice Punch on this for the Bagon. Oh, why didn't I just go coughing on here? Because I got faith. But I'm gonna be faster, surely. Can I not just Psybeam the coughing and... Yeah, Psybeam's gonna kill it, and I'm faster. We're fine on the coughing, that's not a problem. So yeah. And then I can save... the love disc for the Hound Hour. The Bagon is pretty well sorted with this. So then I just need to take out Duskull with like these two. But I want to have this instead. Maybe. Oh, instead of this. Yeah, no. For sure, I think. Or I bring this in to just toxic it and call it a day. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit more. Alright, we're gonna rock out with that, I would say, and we're gonna go to level, what, 10? Is anyone not level 10 yet? I could go to 11. I could go 2 levels higher than the highest. Probably still be fine, yeah, let's go 11 across the board. You've got the longest way to go. You'll get there quick. I got just the area. Ooh, Ice Shard is interesting. That's nice. There's a ton of fire types you can get in here. A lot of variants. Oh, I'm at level 11 now. Yeah, so you're good, you're fine. One of them is 12, it just naturally got there. That's fine. Let's just get you there. Flame Wheel is better than Ember. And then last but not least, we got you. That's good. Pursuit. That is a-okay. That's even better actually, because I'm planning on using you against the Duskull. Now, the only other question is, any berries I want to equip? Any berries? Let's think. I'm using... You against the Magnemite, that's gonna be easy. You against the Coughing. I think getting Willowed is fine. Maybe I want to use a Pecha. You against the Hound Hour. True. Oh, we don't want to get Toxic there either. You are going to be against that. You don't have any status, that's fine. And then these two get the Duskull. I've got 2 months, it should be okay. Maybe I just go Orans on these. In case it comes to that. Let's beat him. Mud shot. See ya. Coffin. Levitate. Switch. Touch your berry. Starbeam. Dead. Dun, 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 dun. Duskull comes in now, makes sense. Does it? It had a hand arrow with pursuit. Yes, Shadow Sneaks is more damage. Let's go. What's it gonna use? Is it gonna willow me? Or confuse ray? Do you want to stay in actually? Get some damage off. Now it's just going for Shadow Sneak. We'll probably protect on this turn, and I'll be able to finish it off. Or it just goes in. Doesn't protect. Okay. Pound Hour. I hope it goes for a fire type move here. That'd be great. Ember's good. They still don't have a water move. Kind of. Bit of an oversight. I need to not switch. This is actually really unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Ice Punch. Got the freeze. Very funny. Not super relevant, but very funny. Okay, I'm going to save and take a quick break. I gotta do something real quick. And then we'll plan for the next fight. All right. Back with some food. Let's go back and heal up. Did I use any berries? I think I used it. I used one. I didn't use the orange berries that I put on. I just used one pecha berry. That's good. Ah. And a few more fights. Got the red fight that I need to deal with before I get to Roxanne. We're not out of this yet. But we are out of the forest. Fine. Just go to 12, probably. One of them's already at 12. A couple are at 12, so I just go to 12 across the range. Not really. Maybe it's fine. And 12. Some 1% mining. And now we have water pulse. Yeah, that's meaningful. We take those. Nice. Over across the board, smooth. Now, as for this fight, let's go ahead and pull it up. Snubble. Problem is, it's got bite. I'm gonna save the Numel and the Fanpy for the other two trainers. This seems fine. Nah, it's actually not that great. I want to go hit a little bit harder. Guess I go Leech Life. Yeah, let's go Leech Life, I think, is going to be the lead move against this Snubble. Or is it? It's going to have Intimidate, isn't it? So I want to go Special instead. So I guess I am going for this. I think that's good. I am huge power, right? No, I'm thick fat. I think it had huge power before, but it doesn't now. Oh my god, you can get Teddy Ursa in here? Wait, did I get my encounter? I did, didn't I? I'm hoping that wasn't my encounter. I'm pretty sure I did though. Did I just fuck up? I think I just fucked up. Did I actually just... Oh, I definitely feel like I did. Boy. Or was it the Hoppip? No, I think it was the Hoppip. No, I don't know. I think so. Intimidate. Okay. I think this is fine. I am go. So what's it got? Ember Swift, Bite, Rock Smash. Easy. And easy. You couldn't win because you suck. Anyway, let's see if I fucked up. Because I could have gotten, I guess, a Teddy Ursa. Which would have been fire. Okay, Petalburg Woods I'm looking for. No, this was 103. Oh, it was the Fanpy. Oh no, yeah, no, we're good. I didn't mess up. I did not mess up. Excellent news. Next one's just a Skitty Oddish Vulpix. And Skitty with assist. I think it's designed to have coverage for whatever you would try and bring. So if you can't guarantee not get hit by something like getting bad ONG, then you should probably just ignore it. Maybe don't bring a grass type because acid and ember are bad into or good against grass. So just don't bring a grass type. Just go ground. Let's go this. This can probably just sweep it up. Let's go this. Should be fine. Battle me. Let's go Flame Wheel. Assisting an Ember's fine. And QA, totally fine. This does have Mega Drain. Should I go into this instead? Probably. Let's go Leech Life. And then back into you. At this point, we have kind of free reign to do what we want. Yeah, let's go you. You can't stall forever. Alright, now we're on to the Smeagol fight. What did I have last time? Ooh, yeah, I had the Sunflora, which had a coverage move. It had, like, I think it was Razor Leaf, which hit both sides and made the Focus Punch a lot worse. And it made the fight pretty easy. We've got to think of something else, though. Is Follow Me higher priority than Nice Shot? I think you can just nerf its attack. I know you don't get anything. If I go to 13, would I be safe? Probably. Let's go to 13 across the board. See if I get any new moves. Nothing there. Nothing there. No new moves to learn. I think I've got one more one. See if you get anything to change the math on this fight. No. Okay. Forgot to get that as well. Alright, so let's just figure it out the hard way then. Let's just go about it the hard way. I'm not that worried about it, honestly. We can just have the levels on it. Just lead off with some decently defensive mons. 24. Seems fine. And just out damage them. It's kind of the play right now. And then we're on to the red fight. Our last little hurdle. We can beat you. Let's just mud shot. I mean, we're just gonna focus down one side. Yeah, we just one shot one of them. Makes the other one irrelevant. Nice. And we have Pokemon Trader Red. Resident Eevee. Let's save. Let's update our file. Let's move on to this fight here. Trainer Red 1. I'm thinking Fanpy is a bit of a house right now. With good reason. It's got good stats, good IV spread as well. Only bad one is special attack, which doesn't matter. And it's lax nature too. This is pretty good. I mean, it's going to go for Curse. Turn 1 for sure. It's going to get +1. Min rolls on both after a +1. 38.7. Yeah, if I min roll both, then it won't kill. But if I just go in with a special hitter, Battle of the Starters. I win. I win. Jesus. It's just a grabby. Relax. Couldn't have gotten the slowpoke there, which is interesting. Just go and heal. I said 14, didn't I? Just to make this fight safe. Is there anyone else who would want to train here? You, probably. Yeah, you can start as well. How does Hoppip evolve? That's a good question. I'm gonna just look that up real quick. Skip Bloom. You skip Bloom pretty early then. That's pretty good. We'll take those. Secret power? Maybe. Could be good. Now let's continue on with you. fuse there. A little bit dangerous. What is happening? Why can't you beat a fucking side up? It's the easiest thing in the world. Just get it done, bro. I need to grind you up. If you can't beat a side arc that you have 6 levels on, you're getting cut, fella. Alright, second one of 14. You're at 14 as well. Let's go here. Let's move away from that. I go in the forest now, actually. Be easier grinding in here. See what else I could have gotten. Right. That's not where I want to be. Nope. 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 Maybe. That'll do. Should be fine. It's plenty. Okay. Next up, Trainer Red. Let's save. Update our info. And I said still go with the Psybeam. I'm going to stick to that. Psybeam still seems good. So I'm going to Psybeam, kill the Eevee. Bulbasaur has Sleep Powder, but I don't have Chesto Berries, so that doesn't matter. Charmander has Will-O-Wisp. What's my Bulbasaur counter? Yeah. Charmander has Will-O-Wisp. That doesn't matter because I'm going to kill it with a special attacker. Squirtle has Yawn. That doesn't matter since I don't have Chesto. And Pikachu has Surf. Oh, fuck. You know, I might do a bit of a switcheroo. Hold on. Maybe I go you. That complicates things. This Pikachu might be a little bit more awkward than I thought. I might need to tank a Surf. That's gonna be rough. We'll see. Hopefully the rest of the fight goes well and I can just use my resources to take out the Pikachu at the end. Or it comes in immediately, which could actually happen now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm gonna kill the Eevee with a flying type. So I guess we might just have to freaking find out. Psybeam times 2. And Ditch. Charmander comes in. Not Bulbasaur, because Charmander has Bite. Makes sense. If it's gonna go for Bite, how much is that gonna deal? I live a crit, and Psybeam is doing a lot, and I'm faster. But do I have a better switch? My answer for this was gonna be the Meryl, was it? What have I got here? The difference is we're just gonna be Love Disc. You do take the Bite better and one shot with Water Pulse, and you're faster. Yeah, let's just go for this then. Save some HP on that, maybe. Minimal damage taken, Pokemon down. Pikachu comes in now, makes sense. Pikachu doesn't have a one-shot. I'm faster. So let me get this correct. It's going to Thunder Wave, which gives me a free switch off. How does this Surf? Do I take it at all? I kinda do, just because I got the levels. T-Wave, 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 T-Wave. Yes. I think I'm starting to understand the AI here. Much on. We eat one Surf, even if it crit, and gone. Bulba comes in. It's gonna go with... Well, I'm at 34.51. So it's not seeing a killing wall on anything. So it's either gonna light screen sleep powder. It could go either way, I think. I think either way, well, not if it's sleep powders though. Am I early bird on anything? Yeah, I'm early bird, so I think I'm okay getting sleep powdered. It just goes Mega Drain though, even if it didn't kill. Okay. I mean, that works for me. And the Bulbasaur also has... No. It also has Sleep Powder, but that's fine. Let's just go Nightshade. Side Beam into Nightshade. Huh? Oh, reading the wrong thing. Yeah, it has Bite. Reading the wrong thing. Of course you get confused. Done. Done, you suck. Bye-bye. Bye now. Chesterberry, Leperberry. Cherryberry. There's a grass there. Just want to heal up first before I go for the encounter. Alright, so we have Rustboro encounter. We have 3 more mons that we can get. It's pretty good. I've got Nightshade here. Yeah, I'll just go Nightshade it down, hopefully. Encounter is a dupe. What else you got? A Bulbasaur. Not mad about that. That's a starter Pokemon. Are we being for real right now? Thank you. What do I call a Bulbasaur? Just gonna call it Bud. Walk out with that. I'm gonna buy more Pokeballs because I used up a fair bit there. Top up the supply. Couple of antidotes. Potions is fine. Let's do our bits and pieces, get our items around Rustboro. Which does not include the Quick Claw. I guess they think, oh, Quick Claw on 1 mon, too strong. Got the Cutter. You know, I actually just realized, I think Cut is... No, it's normal. What was I thinking of where Cut was a grass type move? I think it was a different game. $115. Super Podion. I can fish here. Although... maybe I want to go here first. No, it didn't. I clicked the button. This one. This is it, Kabuto. I really need you to get in the bowl. Like, really. Yeah, this is why I need you to get in the bowl. Thank you. What did I call this last time? Oh, adapt. Yeah, I kind of like adapt. Alright, so we got a Kabuto, which is a good mon. And last but not least, 216 encounter. Let's see what's good. A Yanma. Don't know how relevant that's gonna be against a rock type gym, but you know. So just working my way through a gym trainers. Maybe I want to go 15 on one of these Pokemon. Just to beat the Geodude. Because it's banded self-destruct. You need to kill it in one hit. Tis the only way. So you just need to be faster than 11 speed and one-shot it. Probably on the special side, so Meryl with Water Pulse. We'll do it. Let's do that. And then we have to deal with a Zubat with Giga Drain. That's where we're going to Natu. Eat a Giga Drain, Psybeam kills. I'm faster. Easy. So right now we're looking at Meryl lead. Kill. Hold up. Meryl lead kill. Zubat comes in. Zartu comes in. So Natu comes in. Kills the Zubat. I'm gonna need an answer for Sudowoodo, which is gonna be a little bit tricky. It's got Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Rock Tomb. And Calm Mind. What do I do against that? Quite literally, what do I do against that? Be faster. Is it slow? But that's not going to do much. There's no way to one-shot it, right? Taking a lot of damage from the Rock Tomb is the problem. That's the problem. I don't really know what I'm going to do against this. I think the Sunflower was my answer last time, but I can't rely on that now. So I guess I just go with what's the least bad? The thing that resisted stab, which is just rock. So one of my ground types needs to get it done. It's got to be, yeah, it's got to be the Fanpy. So I think I go 15 on a Fanpy, just to make the 2-hit KO range better. 87.1% at 15. Versus like a 0% chance. Unless I get a crit at 14. That's a huge difference. So yeah, I'm gonna get a 15 on a Fanpy. I kinda have to. So what was my plan? Meryl beats Geodude. Done. Zubat gets taken out by Natu. Done. Sudowoodo. It's going to be level 15. Furby. Done. Now I have 3 months left to deal with the Omanyte. Omanyte should just die to any grass move. I just need to get it in on something that's not Aurora Beam. I would assume. Right, does any grass move just take this out? Maybe not, actually. Hold on. Maybe it's not quite so simple, but I'm going to teach Bullet Seed to Trico or Grovyle anyway. So if I just do it now, I just need to switch in on like a bite, maybe. Or Water Pulse and not get confused. I mean, that seems fine. I think I'll train up the Bulbasaur as well. Because at 14, I could tank a move and Vine Whip gets off a lot of damage. So yeah, let's go Bulbasaur plus you. And then I have one slot to maybe pivot. For example, I'm expecting the Zubat to come in. That should be fine. When I'm in with you, yeah, that's probably the biggest part I'm gonna need to pivot between. Can this tank a Rock Tomb? If I'm at level? No, not as well as I would have liked. I think the best thing that can tank a Rock Tomb. Well, no, but I don't want to tank a Rock Tomb on my Phanpy though. But if I'm not tanking a Rock Tomb, what do I want to switch it in on? A Thunder Punch. So I think I might just bring a Water type. Yeah. I think you just need to eat a Rock Tomb and bait a Thunder Punch to get into Phanpy cleanly. That's literally only your job. Your only job there, boy. Alright, so now I need to get these guys up to... Am I gonna get a 15? No, just on the Phanpy it was 15. So a little bit of leveling to do. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go up here. Just gonna do that so I can keep fighting. You just needed a 1 level. Let's do that now. Learned rock throw too. You also needed 1 level. Let's go ahead and get that. Nice. Now you need quite a bit of levels. Rude. Do you mind fucking off? Okay, let's go and heal. If this wipes, I'll call it for today as well. Even if I just try and do 1 rock sand attempt per day. Right? And just keep doing it until I get it. What else can you say? Anyway, those 2 are done. It's just you 2 that need to get there. Let's go into forest instead. That's not very good damage. Is there anything that you can beat? Realistically. Yes. No. You can't even beat Fanpit. Oh boy, it's not looking good for you. Bulbasaur. Not liking your odds, fella. We need to go all the way back to here. I'd say. We're being serious right now? Come on. Show me something. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Who was the other one? It was you. I don't think you're gonna have as much of a hard time. Bulbasaur. So you can just go here. Mega Drain. Acid? Sure, I mean, it's... If I have headbutt, I don't need tackle. It's not really going to come up in this gym fight, but it's something. Just get our last level here. Then we can start. Straight up. Taking on these trainers. Let's update our details. And we're good to start this first fight here. So it's this lead, Meryl, outspeed, kill with water pulse. That's going to be the first move. I think I'm going to put a Oranberry on you. Just to be a little bit safe. And then let's go. Can you just fuck off, dude. Okay. Step 1. Beat this trainer. Let's go. Dedge. See ya. Sudowoodo comes in instead of Zubat, so it's going to go for Thunder Punch. This is probably best case scenario. No, it's going to go Rock Tomb. Unless I've been lied to, I think it's going to go Rock Tomb because it's going to go Speed Control, and I can get off the move here, and then switch on a Thunder Punch for free. So should I Charm? Well, no, if it's going to hit me with an Ice Punch, then Charming it down, it's not going to matter. I'm just going to go Water Pulse. I have not been lied to. Speed fell, now it goes Thunder Punch. No, now it goes Calm Mind. Alright, well it's still a free switch either way. And then we go Mud Shot. Doesn't hit the range. Lowers speed. How much? That's too much. They didn't quite do half. I kinda just need to go for it. And it goes for Rock Tomb, and I lowered its speed as well. Yeah, we're good. Body Slam over Secret Power? I'm not huge power. Just go Paralyze. I'm gonna take the extra damage. Okay. So I'm Fanby, 30, 15, 33, 40, 54. 15, 33 of 54. And the Omnite is in. I think I have been speed dropped already. So it's a speed tie. It could Ice Punch. No, this is the... Hold on. It's not loading it. There we go. Yeah, no, it's just gonna go Water Pulse, like 100%. It's actually not 100%. It could go Aurora Beam as well. So it's not 100%. But either way, my answer for this... it actually makes it complicated because of Aurora Beam. I might switch in on the wrong move here. I could switch into that and then switch on a Rock Tomb. Switch to Meryl. Eat whatever move it goes for. Bait it into going to Rock Tomb. What would this be baiting? A Water Pulse. That would be ideal, and not a Aurora Beam. That's the critical part. Do I try it? My theory is go to the Meryl on a Water Pulse or an Aurora Beam. Bait Rock Tomb. No, it's faster than me, so it won't Rock Tomb. And it might also bite. In fact, it's actually guaranteed to bite on a Meryl. Uh-huh. Problematic. problematic. It's guaranteed to bite. Can I take a bite here? Not really. Why is bite doing so much damage? I don't understand. But I'll be faster at that point, so it'll Rock Tomb, but I'll get HP back. I'll heal all the Rock Tomb damage that we're gonna deal. Yeah, that's still gonna be the way. I'm gonna go this into this, probably on a bite, Mega Drain, heal pretty much all the damage they did with bite. They're gonna Rock Tomb because I'm faster, and then I can switch on a Water Pulse into one of my grass types. That's the plan. Let's see if it plays out. Goes for the Water Pulse. On the bite. Mega Drain. Get a crit. Alright, well. Don't need to worry about the next part then. So I got a critical. Zubit with Giga Drain. So it's definitely going for Giga Drain. That makes the switch to here very easy. And Psybeam. First trainer down, nice. Nice. Next up is School Kid Tammy with an Aaron. Do I have any one-shots on this with anything? Its special defense is definitely worse than its physical. So I'll want to go on the special side. Nothing's really close though. Flame Wheel, nope. That's close. That's a range at 15. But Brick Break is hurting a lot. But I know it'll Rock Tomb. That's the thing. Because I'm faster, it's going to go Rock Tomb. I can use that to my advantage somewhere, surely. And this takes Rock Tomb the best out of it. Oh, no, probably this does. Oh, this kills with Mudshot. Hold up. This definitely kills with Mudshot. Just straight up. So that deals with the Aaron. Fanby's really good. It's been coming up a lot. You are a beast. What can I say? So, that'll be the lead against this Aaron. Even at level 15, it's 100% minimum. Good to see. What's the next one? Well, it's going to come in. The Giga Drain. Surely. It could be the Core Solar or the Roar Beam. 37 to 41. Oh, it's just going to be this with Water Pulse. Yeah, obviously. So it's going to be the Core Solar. It's going to want to Water Pulse me. No, it'll Rock Tomb. Because I'll still be faster. And I'll get off a Mud Shot. And then I'll switch in on a Water Pulse. Yeah. So that's fine. That's the plan there. Kill the Aaron outright. Eat the Rock Tomb from the Corsola because I'm faster. Switch on a Water Pulse into one of my grass types. It can probably be anything at that point. Just something that's also faster than it and Vine Whip. Yep. So that ordering is still fine. What's going to come in with that on the field? Well, the Aaron's dead. So it's going to be probably... Well, it could be Ice Beam off of... Or Mega Horn off of this. Or it could be Aerial Ace off of this. I think it'll actually be the Rhyhorn coming in. Because there's one roll that does kill. But it'll want to go Rock Tomb. So we eat the Rock Tomb. Do I have a good switch for Mega Horn? Not really. Is Mega Horn... It's 120 base power? What the fuck? What do I do against that? That's actually better. I didn't update the levels. Hold on. I go like... Yanma can eat a Mega Horn, but it's just gonna get fucked up by Rock Tomb. And if I have to switch something in on a Rock Tomb, it's gonna be slower than it. And then I get owned by Magnitude. What to do? What to do? Don't switch you in on a Rock Tomb. Just switch you in on a Mega Horn, but I'm risking crit. I'm risking a critical hit. So what's the big issue that I'm running into? The thing that I kill the Corsola with is baiting a Mega Horn from the Rhyhorn, and I don't really have anything that can take it. So what if I bait something else? What if I kill it with this instead? And then I'm baiting Rock Tomb, or I'm baiting Ice Beam or Rock Tomb. Because the play right now, Aaron dies, Corsola comes in, Rock Tomb for Mud Shot. Then it goes for the Water Pulse, I switch, kill. I'll still be at somewhat decent health. So that if the Rhyhorn comes in, it might see a roll to kill with the Mega Horn as well, though. I don't want it to Rock Tomb. That's the biggest issue. But the Mega Horn is the biggest problem right now. Nothing I have takes it. Like, really nothing. You take it, actually. But you don't deal anywhere near enough damage. But at that point, I'm baiting Magnitude. So if I switch into Numel on the Mega Horn, I live a... If it crits, like, we're gonna have to change our plan. But I do live a crit Mega Horn at the very least. So that Mega Horn, tank the crit, bait Magnitude, go into I guess hop hip? Well, at that point it could just be a grass type. Because I'm going to resist it. But let's see what the hop hip did against this. A magnitude crit will kill. Still. So I'd like to use the hop hip, but the hop hip doesn't hit the range I need. Is there something else that can tank a magnitude? And one-shot it? You are not living a magnitude. I thought bug resisted poison. Bug resisted ground, I thought. Also not living. This is still a problem. Does a Yanma get anything? Because I could get in a Yanma for free as well. I just don't know if it has any moves. Didn't I have a website? I don't know why it's never showing up. Yanma? I'll have Sonic Boom, but that's not enough to do anything. This Rhyhorn is the issue. I think I just need to risk a crit on it. I don't think... I'm not really seeing any other way. To be honest. So, I can get it to go for magnitude. But there's not really any purpose to doing it though. Using this as a pivot for Megahorn. So then I would just be risking Trico though. That's like really bad. But if I'm going to be risking a crit, I don't really need to worry about a pivot. I would just be switching in on the move and killing with a Water Pulse on like a... Like what's the least valuable thing? Maybe something I'd be willing to sack, but still gets to kill on the Rhyhorn. Is it this? From level 15, it's sort of guaranteed kill. But I don't one-shot it. I don't think it's either of the Charmers. You just don't learn anything. Unless, are you about to learn a move at 15? Straight up, if you get a ground time move, that would maybe do it. You are going to get magnitude. But that isn't killing. Why does yours do so much more? That's crazy. That's crazy. What if I go to like 16 on the hop hip? it doesn't matter. So I'm just going here. What if I go 16 on this? On the magnitude. Because I'll be a Grovile at that point. I'm going to eat the magnitude a lot better, and then I'm going to kill, yeah. That might have to be the way. Although, what if I could do it? Can I do it at 15? No. At 15, a magnitude crit will kill. The only way to play around it right now is to go Grovile early. So I guess I do it. But then I might not be able to use a Grovile for this next fight. Not much to say about it though. Like, I just gotta do it. And then, what's the last one? Oh, it is. That's not the last one at all. Wait, is it? What was the line that I was thinking? Aaron dead. Corsola. Mudshot, yeah, Corsola dead. And then this is to deal with the Rhyhorn. It's this into this on the Megahorn, Magnitude. This switches in on Magnitude, Bolt Seeds kills. Now we're dealing with a Yanma plus a Larvitar. This is in. So it's probably gonna go Aerial Ace. And it's gonna have Speed Boost. This Yanma is gonna fuck me up. I haven't even dealt with the Yanma yet. It's pretty bad. Water Pulse. Why? When I click on the Yanma, load up the Yanma, please. Rock Tomb is killing, but it's faster than me off the bat. So I can't just throw in something that's gonna die. What do I do against this then? This might be able to it tanks 1 Giga Drain and Rock Throw kills. So it's got to be Fanpy. If I switch this in on an AP, that would be like best case scenario. And you not get the boost. But it's gonna Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace plus Giga Drain, I live. If it crits Giga Drain, it could do 88%. And then I would be dead. It depends on the percentage. But I think going back into the Fanpy is my best shot. And I could do like a backup line. Maybe with the Numel. Yeah, the Numel seems to do okay. And it's got Flame Wheel. So I'll bring in the Numel as a backup. And then last but not least is just a Larvitar. A lot can go wrong on this fight, for sure. Oh, I'm using the Numel already, though. Just as a pivot off of Megahorn, but I'm going to be chipped down too much. Probably. But it's just a backup plan. Yeah, so... Aaron's dead. I'm going to be taking a bit of damage off of a Rock Tomb. Then switch into this, and Corsola's dead. And then Rhyhorn, Megahorn, Magnitude dead. Yanma back to this, hopefully dead. Use these two to take out the Yanma. And then we just have 2 more slots to deal with Larvitar. Let's actively box these, just to make sure it's clear. So Larvitar has Rock Slide, EQ, Facade, Sleep Talk, 20 speed. I'm going to be in with presumably one of these. It'll depend what. If things are going according to plan, it'll be this. So how does that compare to my fan P? It's going to EQ. It's definitely going to EQ. So I can go into here, but then I don't one-shot it, and it kills me with a rock slide. God damn, this hop hip sucks. What about this? Same deal. Both my flying types just don't cut it. None of my flying types do. What can switch in on an earthquake and do some damage back? Certainly not you. I'm using both my grass types already. None of you can do enough damage back to it. So it's gotta be the male or the love disc. You can tank an EQ but not a crit EQ. And you don't guarantee hit a range. Same deal with you, but you actually do hit the range. I think I'm just gonna bring them both on and hope for the best. Deal with the Larvitar. Okay, so a lot of them are. It says so you're going to go to 16 here, and the rest of you are going to go to 15. I do need to take a quick toilet break, so I'm going to save and BRB, and then we'll do our grind. Alright. Let's get it done. So I'm just leveling up to 15, 16 on the Trico, and doing the second fight. I want to finish off win or lose. I want to get this Roxanne fight done before I need to leave, which is in about an hour. I think that's going to be plenty of time, but I just want to make sure. Like, that's my time frame. We got 15 on you, all done. Next. Headbutt. Always gotta be max hands of sleep, isn't it? You useless fucking sack of shit. Okay. Seriously? Magnitude. Good. This is the one going 16. We'll see this hard-coded to only hit twice. I also get double kick. Over pursuit, maybe? Yeah, let's do over pursuit. And then vine whip. Over QA? Sure. These are already at 15, which was the goal. Let's go back and heal. And assess where we're at. Just one more mon needs to be at 15, and then we're good to go. Razor Leaf. Yeah, I do like Razor Leaf over Vine Whip. I think it's good. Got a high crit ratio. Got a high roll potential there. Okay. So I'm cashing in on a Grovile on a second fight to try and make it a bit more consistent. It's going to maybe make things a bit awkward on the third one, but we'll see. We will see. Let's just go in organized order. Aaron dies to Mudshot. Corsola. Stay in Mudshot, Rock Tomb, eat it. Switch, kill. Rhyhorn, Megahorn. Into switching into one of my water types, killing with a Water Pulse. The one with the highest special attack, which is definitely going to be you. Alright, that was the play. Let me save. Put in my details again. To make sure I have everything correct. Right now we're doing the Rhyhorn, switch in on an EQ, sorry, a Magnitude. Definitely going to kill with Water Pulse, seems okay. Just need to dodge a crit on the Magnitude. Although, again, I said, if I'm going to have to dodge a crit, I'm just going to go for the dodged crit on the Megahorn and not worry about Magnitude. Yeah, we'll do that instead then. So we're just going to go straight into this on the Megahorn. And dodge a crit. Let's do it. Oh, hold on a second. I'm faster. So it's going to Rock Tomb here. And I outspeed at -1, so that actually doesn't matter. So this is actually fine. I forgot about, like, it'll just Rock Tomb. Now I'm in with this. At this situation, and the Yanma has Giga Drain, so the Yanma will probably come in and want to go for that Giga Drain. Yeah, definitely gonna try and Giga. Because I'll probably be low at that point. And it will be faster than me. So if it's going to go for Giga, what was my plan there? I'll go back into this and use a combination of you two to get that done. And then I've got you. What was the Grovile for? Was that completely unnecessary? I don't know. I had an idea behind it, I just can't remember what it was. You know what? I think this fight is gonna be fine. If I wipe here, then so be it. But I think it's fine. Mudshot. Dead. Let's see if my predictions were correct. Corsola. Was that what I thought was gonna happen? Yes. And my next prediction was it was going to Rock 2. It didn't. It went for the Water Pulse and it just confused. So it doesn't always go for speed control. So my rationale's kind of been thrown off a bit. Okay, this is fine so long as I'm faster. And I am. And can I absorb at this point? I do have a ruler. Let's do this in millimeters. It's a 25mm range and it's at 11. 11 of 25. It's at 44%, and the minimum on an absorb is 46. So I get some health back. Rhyhorn comes in. I just killed this with Razor Leaf. I didn't factor in Razor Leaf before because I didn't have it. I just learnt the Razor Leaf at 15. It does have a 5% chance to miss, and if it misses, this is dead. Straight up. Unless I go for Absorb. Absorb... I either play around... Well, it's more likely that you get a crit than me miss this move. Is that true? Crits are 1 in 16. And this is 5%. 5 times 16 is less than 100. So yeah, Razor Leaf is more reliable to go for than expecting to dodge a crit. Okay, there was a bit of a pause there, and I panicked a little bit, just a little bit. But this is an Aerial Ace. This is definitely gonna go for Aerial Ace here. This is actually more awkward than I wanted it to be because I would rather have just switched in on a Giga Drain into what exactly? The Grovyle? How does a Grovyle match up? You don't take Aerial Ace all that well, and you deal no damage back. You don't have any moves for it. I maybe should have kept Quick Attack, but yeah, that was a bit of an error, not keeping Quick Attack. This is actually kind of sus, because I kind of changed up the line a little bit. So just gonna make switching a little bit harder, but I do still kill this with Flame Wheel, so if I just dodge crits, then this is fine. This is best switched in on a Silver Wind, but I can't guarantee a Silver Wind over Aerial Ace on any of these. So I'm just gonna go for it. Kinda just gonna send it. Aerial Ace, Speed Boost, I'm at 31 of 45 on this. That is 69%. Nice. Aerial Ace is still consistently more damage, so I might be able to dodge it going for Ancient Power. Either way, I dodge a crit from... A crit's gonna... It's 66.6% on an aerial ace crit, high roll. And I'm at 69%. So I can just kill this with Flame Wheel. Larvitar. It's gonna fire off that EQ super hard. I've got the Grovile. Eats the EQ, definitely kills with Bullet Seed. Can I avoid using the Grovile is the question. Because I would like to maybe not use it. You're not eating it. I've got the Meryl and Love Disc as well. That would have to dodge a crit, and the Love Disc would have to dodge a crit. I would rather just get a little bit of spread experience onto this. In order to get the kill. And it is a kill on the Bullet Seed, right? Yeah, 200%. Can Bullet Seed miss? Because Vine also kills. Bullet Seed cannot miss. Okay, good. Yeah, that amount of experience to get through that fight is totally fine. We can still use the Grovile on this last fight. No deaths. Last fight, let's bring it up. Like a Mark, Onyx, with self-destruct. Again, you just need to lead off with something that can kill the Onyx. We've been in this position before. Is it Hiker Mark? Yeah. Let's just go here. Lead off. Be faster. Kill with Bullet Seed. Totally fine. Is there anything else? 30 is a high speed stat. So I don't think I would have anything faster. I would love Disc does it too. I could water pulse on Love Disc. So we'll see. Wasn't there some kind of doc for like Switch AI? Like is that... Let me backtrack a little bit. I don't need it over here. I have it there. Same deal there. Clean up the tabs a little bit. EKAI switch calculator. What? Okay, I can put in different things. Alright, so I just killed an Onyx with a Love Disc. So you can't change the inputs here. It's view only. Well then what's the purpose of having a calculator where you can't input your custom shit? I don't understand this at all. Search Pokemon or encounters. Love this. Whatever. This is just getting silly complicated. Something's gonna come in. I would imagine it just goes in party order. So it's just gonna be Kabutops. Unless it goes for most damage. In which case it'll be Needle Arm. Either way, let's just assume that it goes for this because Needle Arm comes in and it's the most damage that it could deal. Because it's stab here. What's my switch in going to be for a grass type move? That's all that really matters. Either way, it's going to switch into something that has a grass type move, and it's going to click the grass type move. So I need to be able to switch in on a grass type move and defeat a grass type. But it's going to be the Natu. Although, is Cacnea part dark? No. I ate that fairly well, but not that great, actually. That could be a lot better, I feel like. What about this? This is a quad resist for the Needle Arm. And Gust is a 2-hit KO. We're going to need to deal with Teeter Dance and Thunder Wave. That could be annoying. So quad resist here as well. You take a lot more damage from Stomp than I would like. But you also heal a lot with Leech Life. So I think I'm going to go with you. You switch in on the grass type move. You will go probably to 16 for this fight. And just Leech Life the Cacnea. Then we probably get this with the Rock Tomb. Because it's going to kill either way. Yeah. We probably get this to come out with a Rock Tomb. So what do I do against that? It's going to lower my speed. I'm always going to be slower. It's got Giga Drain. That's a big problem. That is an issue. -1, it's actually a speed tie. And Rock Tomb's doing a decent chunk of damage. And then if it outspeeds, Aerial Ace is just gonna kill. So I need to switch on something that's not a Rock Tomb. So preferably I would just be switching to a grass type, so I'm not baiting Rock Tomb. I'm baiting Aerial Ace instead. That's not a bad idea. Alright, let me think. Need to get through this. Okay. I need to switch in something on the Cacnea that is not weak to Rock Tomb. That, yeah, nah, that just doesn't work. The only things I'm thinking of switching in are things that, yeah, I can't not do that. So I'm always going to be baiting that in. And it's always going to be going for Rock Tomb. Just always going to be doing a lot. There's no real way around it. It's got Giga. It definitely hurts, but it doesn't kill me. And then I could mud shot. What other options do I have? The reason why I'm going into that is because I wanted to switch in something on a needle arm, because I'm going to be in with a love disc. So, bam, needle arm. What if I needle arm here? You've got nothing to hurt the Cacnea with. That was the problem there. But I could just double kick. But double kick isn't even a two-hit KO. And it's definitely gonna needle arm. It actually won't, will it? It'll Thunder Wave, so I can get off some secret power damage before I need to switch out, and then I do my plan here, and like finish it off with Gust, 59%. It's not a guarantee. Finish it off with Acid. 72 plus the secret power damage from a love disc. Yeah, that would do it. So I am gonna just stay in with a love disc and hopefully get Thunder Waved. And even if they do go for Needle Arm, it would have to be a crit. And then I go switching into you, and then I go for Acid. And that takes you out. Right, 2 months down. Onyx is dead. Cacnea is dead. I'm in with that. It's gonna go Psybeam. It could go Aerial Ace. Let's just create plans for both. If it goes Aerial Ace at this point, I can switch this in on an Aerial Ace pretty comfortably. But the Giga Drain is doing a lot, and it's healing a lot. What takes Aerial Ace the best? It's my own cover tops. But it has Giga, and I only have Mega, and I'm slower. Even at 16, it would be a speed tie. And it's gonna kill me with Giga Drain. So I can't risk that. What else can take an Aerial Ace? You. But again, I'm slower, and I'm not doing much damage back. Not a lethal amount anyway. There's no grass type that I can switch in on an Aerial Ace and be fine. That option just doesn't exist. What if I do switch this in? It would want to go Giga Drain, and I could switch into a grass type on a Giga Drain. So we're going Acid, Psybeam. Oh, it is baiting. I'm creating a plan for Carbatops to come in first. If the Carbatops comes in, I go into my own Carbatops on an Aerial Ace. Then I'm betting Giga Drain. Then I want to go into like maybe a Grovile. outspeed and kill. So that's that plan. But if it goes Psybeam from the Boltoy, I want to eat it up with this first. Right? Resist the hit here. Bait a Rock Tomb. Then I go into here on the Rock Tomb. Is it gonna boom at that point? I might be able to kill with Water Pulse. Yeah, just go for the Water Pulse kill with the Carbatops. And if not, finish it off with, I don't know, something else. The Hoppip. Let's bring this in. You okay? Or if I'm just going for backup plans at that point, just Speed Boost Sonic Boom. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Getting these to 16. I think I'm gonna go all the way to 16 now. This is taking longer than I thought it would, for sure. I'm not gonna have all that much time to plan. This next fight, at least. 16, yeah. Let's not deal with that. Every time, dude. Useless every single time. Now I need to do the real planning, which is the Roxanne planning. Enough with the grass types, please. $16 on you, done. 16 on you already. Just gonna... It's also gonna be Ivysaur, so it's gonna be even better for what I want it to do. Oh, we just learned Ice Beam. There are some things that might change the outcome of the fight here. Ice Beam is a very good move. And Ivysaur is much better than Bulbasaur. It's a really good upgrades. We'll see. So we've got a little bit of levels to go here. Let's just go to full. XP on that guy. There we go. Back to Yanma. Don't want to deal with that. This Sonic Boom. Maybe I can just use Sonic Boom though. Oh, with Silver Wing now. Probably gonna two-shot everything. I just heal. I probably won't have time to do Roxanne because I'll be rushing and I really shouldn't. I shouldn't rush it. I feel like trying to rush such like one of the hardest fights in the game is a mistake. Especially since my encounters are looking good. I like how I'm pretty well positioned to be able to deal with this. I would like to think so, anyway. I'm going to go ahead and position my party in the correct order. So, what was turn 1 going to be? It was against the Onyx, so yeah, we're just going to Bullet Seed and kill it. Bullet Seed kill. Wait, was I? No. I was gonna do it with this, so it baits a Needle Arm. On the Needle Arm. This was a backup. Was it this on the Needle Arm? Don't think so. No, it was this on Needle Arm. Surely. And then it was Acid. But I expected it to Thunder Wave. So I actually, yeah, that's right. Stay on a turn, eat the Thunder Wave, get a move off, switch in on a Needle Arm, Acid kill. Cacnea down, and Onyx down. And then I had plans for if the Kabutops comes in, so Kabuto comes in, I'll be in with this. It's going to want to Aerial Ace, I'm going to go to this, and then I go to this. No, wait, I go to this on the Giga Drain, and just kill it. If it goes with that, I go into this, eat the Psybeam. Eat the Psybeam, bait, probably a Rock Tomb. I go into this on a Rock Tomb. I might be able to get some chip damage off, might be able to kill with a Water Pulse. If not, I just go in with the Yanma. I have a lot of options at that point. So let me save and bring in the file, updated. Yep. I think it's fine. As long as I'm leading off with a Love Disc, everything else will fall into place. Water Pulse. Kabuto comes in, not you. Okay. Well, in that case, it's going to Giga Drain. I'm speed tied with it, but I think it sees a kill, so it's not going to worry about speed control. It's just going to go Giga. My plan for this was to just position a Grovyle to come in and kill it. And this seems good. Just go Bullet Seed. Boltoy comes in. It sees good damage with Signal Beam. It does see a kill with Self-Destruct, but I outspeed and kill with Bullet Seed. The EXP yield is... It's not showing me, hold up. Only 178. Yeah, that's very minimal EXP gain. And Bullet Seed was going to kill. Let me just confirm. Yes. And then Cacnea, last but not least. It's got not a lot that it can do. I can't do much, to be fair. But I can get a move off. I'm at 41 to 45. Even a crit stomp isn't going to kill me. I can get off a double kick before I need to switch. Goes for Teeter Dance. We eat it. It's got Needle Arm Stomp. Just go here. Can you eat a Stomp from this? And is Peck going to kill at that point? Probably. Can check its percentage. It's so it's a 25 range. It's at 14 of 25. That's 56%, and Peck does a minimum of 67. So that should be fine to just go in here and take it out. There's the crit and full power. Okay. New plan. Go acid. Nice. Now we're good to go. Now we're good to plan for Roxanne, but I can tell you it's going to take longer than 15 minutes, and that's all the time I have left today. So I'll be back on tonight to just decide, are we going to wipe or are we going to PB? I have some plans. I think this time around I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to kill the nose pass turn 1 with a overgrow. It is overgrow, right? Yeah, put this into overgrow and take out the nose pass with bullet seed. I'm pretty sure it's viable, considering I'm almost killing it not in overgrow. I'm mild nature, so that's definitely helping. Overgrow is like the bottom 30%, so at 15 health. That puts it in overgrow and it kills. Now I am going to be at low health, understandably, but I can Oranberry even. I could even just go Oranberry on this to get some health back after I've killed. That might not be the worst plan. Or I go Chesto on this. We'll see. But yeah, that seems to be the way. And then we can go from there, like what's going to come in. I can do a little bit of planning, but I'm not going to do the fight right now. So... what's going to come in after this? Probably just a sludge bomb from the Lily. Right, we want to bring Spinnerack again, probably. Because that did really well with setting up Toxics. The problem is switching you in on a sludge bomb is not viable. Oh wait, no, that's the global damage. Switching you on a sludge bomb is super viable. And I can get a Toxic off. But no, it'll actually just kill with Ancient Power. How did I do it last time then? I didn't sack it. I don't know. Did I have another mon that had to move? I don't know. The Lileep has slightly worse physical defense, but I don't think I can really take advantage of that in any way. The Giga's doing a lot. What's the best damage I have on this thing? A double kick does an okay amount. Giga Drain is killing. I can't really be in like that. Whoa. You're dead danger power. Hold on. Nah. Yeah, like I could try and high roll with a Silver Wind. It would only ever be good on either this or this. No, it would only be good on this. But even if I go +1 defense, I'm still dead to ancient power, surely. There's not much point in even trying it, right? I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. But yeah, I think this fight is supposed to be tough. I don't really have a lot of answers right now, but I'll find them. I'll find them. But I'm out. I need to go. Bye bye.